This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition for what will be the final John Robson Guitar Tuition video of 2020. I'm pulling down the shutters as of the moment I finish this video, and I'll see you all again on January the 2nd or January the 1st if you're a Patreon supporter, because there'll be some content going live on New Year's Day for the wonderful people who support me on Patreon. Anyway, it's Monday, so we are looking at a solo, and the solo in question today comes from, well, the suggestion came from one of my Patreon supporters, actually a chap called Colin, who said, would I do a solo from a song called Don't Wait For Me by a band called Thunder. Now, if you've never heard of Thunder, then it honestly doesn't surprise me, but it does sadden me. Their first album, Backstreet Symphony, came out in 1990, and, you know, had a bit of success, and, you know, they've kept plugging away at it. They're still on the go today. But, you know, they were never, ever catapulted into the major leagues. I think if you go and check out this album, Backstreet Symphony, you will probably agree with me that it should have been as big as Appetite for Destruction, and they should have been as big a band as Guns N' Roses became, but it wasn't to be. Anyway, the solo, as I say, is from a song called Don't Wait For Me, and that comes from this 1990 album, Backstreet Symphony. It goes like this. Okay then, let's begin as always by looking at the chord sequence. Here it is on screen, and this is what it sounds like. Then you basically hold that G minor chord for 4 bars before we end actually again on a G minor chord. So, what's going on here? Well, if we look at the chords, you'll find in the key of F, you've got a B flat chord, a G minor chord, and an F chord. Those 3 chords indicate the key of B flat. But that A flat chord, along with G minor and B flat, basically suggests the key of E flat. Key of E flat doesn't have an F chord in it, it has the A flat chord in it, so you're getting a little bit of overlap between 2 different keys there. And even more so here, you've got a B flat chord, a C chord, and an F chord. Those 3 chords will only occur together in the key of F. So what's going on is we're kind of looking at all of the keys which contain a B flat chord, and we're using that B flat as a sort of a pivot to move between these different keys. The other chord that's in there is G flat. Now you won't find that in any key which contains a B flat, so what's that doing there? Well, it's in the key of B flat minor. B flat minor has a G flat chord in it. So you can see what's going on is we're kind of taking B flat as the central kind of core of what's going on, and then branching off into little other related keys that, you know, either have a B flat or have some connection to B flat, like the G flat is in the B flat minor key. This is a textbook example of something known as modal interchange, by the way. Anyway, what we do in terms of lead guitar over the top of this is largely based around B flat major pentatonic, with a few little diversions along the way. So here's the first lick. Straight ahead, B flat major pentatonic over the B flat chord. Then we hit the A flat chord and we get this lick. which is basically coming from the E flat major scale, which is when we're landing over that A flat chord, which if you remember comes from the key of E flat, and then that settles down onto this D note here, which is in the G minor chord, which is where we've arrived now. Then we do this little sort of descending G minor arpeggio, which kind of has shades of Parisian walkways about it, really. And then just some G minor pentatonic shenanigans down here, like that, and then land on that G flat note there when the arrival of the G flat chord turns up, basically, and then we just do a little bit of G flat major pentatonic. That kind of lick there, and then settle back down onto the F note here, which is a note from the B flat major pentatonic. It's actually a note in the B flat chord as well, which is what's just arrived. Then we go up to this end of the neck up here, up the dusty end. Just bending that C note up to a D. Straight out of B flat major pentatonic, but it resolves to the C note for the arrival of the C chord. Then we've got this little lick here, which is sort of an F major lick. You can kind of say that you're basically bending up to an A note there and playing a C note on top there, two notes out of an F chord. But interestingly, we're getting this E flat note in here as well, so which sort of suggests an F seventh, which is, again, that's from the key of B flat, so that's what we're kind of thinking of here. Next up we do this little kind of rundown here. That kind of thing there, which is like using a sort of a chicken picking country kind of technique, really. It's just an F major scale arranged in sixths, basically. Something like that. So I've done videos on kind of double stops and that kind of thing in the past, so maybe I'll link to one of those in the description to this video, but it's basically just a little kind of descending double stop lick, which takes us into this G note here, which is where we arrive at that long sustained G minor chord. And then from there on in, really, it's just a few bits and pieces of G minor pentatonic G blues scale sort of stuff. So that kind of thing there, just coming out of basically pattern 4 of G minor, sliding down into pattern 3 of the same scale. Then basically the next big chunk of the solo takes place in this pattern here, basically G minor pentatonic position 1. We're still kind of playing over that sustained G minor chord there. That kind of thing there, and then we culminate with this kind of climb back up the neck here. That's the actual lick there. So finishing on that F up to G bend over the G minor chord where the vocals come back in, and that's your solo. Lots of nice little chord specific licks and runs in here where you can tell he's kind of playing into the chord changes in a very effective way, and that's what makes it melodic. So have a go at it yourself, and you know, you should have some fun with it. So there you have it, and there is of course a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a backing track and that little kind of clip that you've seen there of me playing the solo and explaining it. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description. And that's pretty much it for you for this year, I guess. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all of the views and clicks and likes and support that you've given me all the way through 2020 and before that. It really genuinely is appreciated. Thank you so much. And a special thank you to all of the people who support me on Patreon. Much appreciated, chaps. I can't tell you how grateful I am. But for now, I will just say thank you so much for watching all of the videos, and have a fantastic Christmas and a very happy new year. And look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, have a marvellous Christmas, and I'll see you all in 2021. Stay sane, folks. Bye for now.